Do you have any pain in your mouth?
No.
The Special Olympics offers athletes free health screenings, an initiative to bridge the healthcare gap that often leaves special needs individuals at a disadvantage.
They may be fearful of coming to a dental clinic. So what we do is during their activities, their sports activities, we try to bring them in to do a checkup. One is for prevention, and two, depending on their sports, some of them may need some protection. So that can also be provided and avoid more traumatizing activities, for example, severe pain of a tooth.
The screening helps them identify issues that had previously gone undetected.
Special needs athletes are very happy with whatever they have. They never complain. So it's very important that we look out for any abnormalities. Sometimes they do not achieve the higher visual functions, such as depth perception. Some of them develop screens. So these are the things that we look for specifically, because they're happy with their vision, but then when you check them, they actually need glasses.
So what else sets the Special Olympics apart from other global sporting events? The focus on participation rather than competition. It emphasizes inclusion and brings communities together regardless of abilities. In line with this, the Malaysian team will include 6 unified partners. Unified partners are athletes without intellectual disabilities who will compete as teammates to the special needs athletes. This helps promote friendships and understanding, as well as provides another level of challenge for higher ability athletes. The volunteer coaches play an important role too. Coaching special athletes takes time and patience, as each individual is different. Take swimmer Yo Yong-jen, for example. The 25-year-old has a learning disability and only responds to simple sentences. He also needs constant reminders of the rules.
Yong-jen, remember, touch 2 hands. Okay? Then, why is your hand so high? Don't high, okay? In the water.
But his coach says learning has gone both ways.
There was one time we had a training, an inclusion program training with a local swimming club. I didn't expect him to do things that he would do. And when he's during the training, he worked so hard that he's so tired. He can barely stand up straight, doing plunging, hurt for the first time and hurting his chest so much. He's so reddish. I questioned him. I asked him, should we give up? Is it very tiring? Why don't we give up? But at that moment, with a very tired face, he's telling me, no, I don't want to give up. I want to continue going. I want to continue training with the kids. So if someone comes down to me, it's like, we as a normal people, we choose to give up at certain scenarios. And kids like them, they do not give up. So why should we? Why do we have an excuse to give up on ourselves when they don't give up on themselves?
As for Yong-jen, he yearns to be seen and accepted.
Swim is my dream sport. I quite exciting because everyone see me in the Germany that I can swim enjoyable. Everyone can see my swimming as an admiration.
The Special Olympics World Games kicks off on June 17th, where these athletes will join some 7,000 others from around the world, each making their country, family, and supporters proud. Debuting for the first time in the men's F40, F41 discus event was Team Singapore's Mohamed Deroy Nordin. Deroy, who kept a much relaxed demeanour today, was looking forward to bounce back from his disappointing results yesterday in the javelin. Vietnam's Tran Van Nguyen and Indonesia's duo of Anshari Sugian Noor and Sholahuddin Al Ayubi were the other three competitors in the field. It had stormed earlier in the afternoon, but the sodden ground didn't deter the competitors. Deroy managed a distance of 16.19 metres in his first try. Tran Van Nguyen from Vietnam set the bar high though, scoring a distance of 27.09 metres with his first throw. This would eventually secure him the gold medal. Disappointed with his first 4 attempts, which included 2 which were red flagged, Deroy eventually calmed himself to throw a discus of a distance of 18.60 metres on his 5th. This was his best try out of 6. His competitors were ahead of him in the medal stakes. Indonesia's Sholahuddin Al Ayubi waited until his final throw of the event to score a distance of 24.16 metres, which eventually acquired him the silver medal, while his compatriot Anshari Sugian Noor settled for the bronze medal, with his second try of 21.88 metres securing him the place ahead of Deroy. It wasn't the debut that Deroy had hoped for in this event, but it was definitely an experience he would cherish.
It's a good experience for me because this is my first discus competition. I need to work more on the technique to improve myself. I will practice more. I will work more on my physical, my strength, my speed, mental skill,
This is Singapore Tonight.
Good evening, I'm Dawn Tan. Tonight's top stories. Singapore leading the charge in ensuring the responsible use of AI. Testing tools are being developed in concert with the private sector, and they'll be open source so everyone can benefit. Emphasis placed on the urgent need to walk the net zero talk. The National Development Minister says everyone must work hand in hand for a green future to be realised. Employment support for turf club staff as retrenchment looms. A job fair will be held before the layoffs begin next year in a bid to provide tailored help. COE prices largely up in the latest tender. Car premiums rebound in the wake of a longer bidding period and a previous price drop. And another field day for Team Singapore at the ASEAN Para Games, seizing medals in track and field, while swimming yields more to the haul.
So also tonight, the United Nations warns of a worsening humanitarian plight in Ukraine as the impact of a destroyed dam spills over. Hundreds of thousands of people likely to be affected. Plus starkly different reactions as the golfing world reels from a shock merger, some lauding it as a hole-in-one for the sport, others seeing it as a total bogey.
And in your Asia Business Update, Singapore and Britain team up in the search to back green tech firms. Companies can expect up to 70% in funds to scale up. Plus, the OECD lifts its global growth forecast for this year, but warns the world economy is poised for a weak recovery as inflation persists. Singapore is harnessing the collective power of tech giants to help make artificial intelligence safer for companies and regulators. It's launched a network that taps the likes of IBM, Microsoft, and Google to develop testing tools for responsible use and shape international standards. The so-called AI Verify Foundation was launched at the Asia Tech Singapore Summit. It includes big tech and companies across different sectors. They'll help foster an open source community on the testing of the technology and contribute to the